start, and then
Oh, was I supposed to clap into yours? Doesn't matter.
you're just clapping to both of them. Wait, I don't even think you don't even need the clap for this because we're not syncing it up to anything.
We're syncing up to each other.
But it does that automatically.
It's a force of habit.
It certainly is. We're not used to being in the same room,
Not at all.
but we are. And moving forward for this type of series, the Mandalorian series, we will be.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, no, so this is something new. We're moving adjacent from video games and onto the new streaming service.
Yeah, reviews and stuff. I don't. What is this series going to be called anyway?
I don't know yet. I mean, for like, because this is like, because we have an idea, and I'm not going to talk about that idea until we get there for series, like TV series as a whole. But starting off, we're like focusing only on the Mandalorian. So it's not really a case study. It's not really a review. It's just our thoughts. And that's not really a title in itself.
Thoughts. THOTS.
Our thoughts on the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
I don't even know what it's going to look like right now because you're only hearing our voices as per usual. Like what's on screen that you will see visually. Yeah, I have no idea yet. Once we talk about the actual show, I'll put screenshots like one here, one there. But like this moment, I have no idea.
We'll come up with something. I'm sure you will. I have full trust in that.
Yeah. But
thoughts are running through my head, and I'm just like,
yeah, and I can't really call it loading player 2 because we're not playing anything.
Just loading
VHS 2.
We'll work on it. We'll work.
Naming in progress.
Yeah.
But so come along with us on this adventure through The Mandalorian. I've seen both seasons. John Franco has only seen the first episode.
Yeah, and that was when it originally came out. Like, what is it? 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah. So when it originally came out, I watched the first episode. I guess I just wasn't in the mood for it, but gonna give it another rewatch. You know.
Yeah, if we only get through the one episode, then this series flopped.
So I know nothing about, well, not nothing. I have some preconceived notions on Mandalorians, and I'm not very well versed in the Star Wars universe. So here's what I know about them.
So wait, you're gonna get into just Mandalorians, or did you want to do the recap on Star Wars based off what you know, or did you want me to do my recap?
Okay, yeah, no, I got it.
So the original plan was for me to do a recap from episode 1 to 6 and everything in between. But at this rate, I'm going to let Gian do the recap. And whatever he says, I will not correct him.
All right. So, boom. First thing I know that happens chronologically in the Star Wars universe is Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, wait. He went further back than what I was planning to do.
I don't even really remember the storyline of that game. I just know that that was a long time ago. And then we go all the way to episode 1, you know.
You skip like thousands of years.
All the way to episode 1 where you know,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn go and find a child, and they pick him up from his world.
What was the child's name?
Huh?
What was the child's name?
Mr. Skywalker.
Yeah, I'll accept that. And do you know the planet they took him from?
Naboo?
No.
You're not correcting me.
No, I can't correct you. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's Naboo.
I hate sand.
I can't correct. I forgot. Let him continue.
I know the Tusken Raiders kill his mom. And so he's like, all right, I'll leave with you. Pod racing's not even that cool.
Whoa. Okay, we're playing the Lego games when it the new one when it comes out, because I bet they'll remaster.
Tatooine?
Yes, but I'm talking about like that pod racing. I don't know if you remember the pod racing from
it was
Lego
so much
Star Wars.
fun. I was joking. I was thinking that Anakin got tired of pod racing. That's why he flew off to be a Jedi.
Yes.
So yeah, he was a child, and Qui-Gon,
Yes, he was a child.
Qui-Gon Jinn, of course, is deaded by the backside of Mace Windu's lightsaber. But Obi-Wan fights him and kills him, quote unquote.
The names do start with an M. That's correct. Continue.
That was not on purpose, but yeah, I caught what I did. So episode 2, Attack of the Clones. My soccer team was named after that when I was a child.
Nice. That reminds me. You keep talking. I need to look something up.
Okay. All right. So in this one, nothing real special happens. They get a clone army, and Anakin's no longer a child. He's trained under Obi-Wan, and they start the Clone Wars. They fight Count Dooku, and Boba Fett sees his dad get murdered. Is that in this one, or is that in the third?
No, you're correct.
Okay. Yeah. And all the clones are based off of Jango. And that's basically all that happens. Yoda throws some stuff at Count Dooku, but both survive. Anakin gets his arm cut off. Yeah. And then the Star Wars Clone Wars happens. Most of the series, but even that's out of chronological order.
And if you haven't seen...
I have not seen this.
I was talking about the audience. They haven't seen the loaded play, so I did recap the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah. So, yeah, the end of Clone Wars goes along with the third movie, episode 3. Padme gets married, kinda. And, well, it doesn't work out for her. She ends up giving birth to kids with the last of her life. Mace Windu actually dies by Anakin being mean. Even though Mace Windu was gonna solve all the problems by killing the Sith Lord, Palpatine.
Yep.
Order 66 happens, and most of the Jedi die. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, and Darth Vader's born.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Yeah.
So there's still...
Oh, and okay. Then there's what is it called? Rogue One.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Rogue One.
There's Rebels, but I don't
Great
know
movie.
anything about Rebels. I just know Darth Maul is actually alive.
Oh, so now it's Darth Maul. Before
Now
it was Mace Windu.
Well, no, of course they're both in the story.
Well, not Mace Windu. Not at this point.
No, he's dead.
Well, okay. So side note, Samuel L. Jackson has talked to George Lucas, and they've kind of both agreed that he's not dead, but who knows what will happen next.
Well, no one's ever really gone.
Okay, so this thing says September, but we cut straight from July to October, and I'm mad.
For what?
Once I find it, I'll tell you.
All right. So, yeah, Rogue One happened. And while it's a cool story, what they end up doing, basically, is they just steal the plans to the Death Star and start the original trilogy. They hand it off to Leia, and she gets captured, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. And when it comes to the original trilogy, my mind's kind of blurry on the order. But
that's okay. I can't correct you, so you're absolutely correct no matter what you say.
Obi-Wan again finds a child, but he's not even that young, at Sand Planet, Sand Kingdom. Yeah, and they rescue Leia because he's also like, pod racing's kind of stupid. Let me get out of here. My friend doesn't like you either, kind of thing. That's all the first movie, Mos Eisley.
Dang it. Okay, so it's not in this album book. I'll be right back again.
Then I know at the end of the first one, Obi-Wan dies when they invade I don't remember if they invaded or if they get captured. They also blow up Death Star Point 1. Second one is in Hoth. They cut open the stomach, and the Wampa captures Luke and hangs him from the icicles. But that's not important to the Mandalorian, I don't think. I really don't even remember. Oh, I am your father. Yeah, I was like, what happens in episode 5? Luke, I am your father is the thing. He chops off his hand and kicks him off after they get betrayed by Lando Calrissian. I don't really see it. Lando Commando. I don't remember his last name. I think I was close.
No, you were correct.
Okay.
Ooh, wait.
And this is where Han gets stuck in stone. Gets frozen in stone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember when Jabba's palace happens. I think that's also this movie. I'm just throwing it in here, or maybe it's the beginning of the 6th. Okay, it's the beginning of the 6th. Of course, yeah, duh, because they need to save Han, and so they do that in the 6th movie. Then they blow up Death Star second time, and Darth Vader kills Palpatine after almost killing his son by picking him up and throwing him.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the Mandalorian happens.
Yeah. No, I don't quite remember how many years after Return of the Jedi, but
at least 2.
I can't argue with that.
At least 2.
But yeah, no, thank you for the recap.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
Excuse my absence, but during loading player 2, during the Power of Stars episode,
I forgot.
yeah, it's okay. Like forgetting that you saw the Clone Wars movie with me. I'm gonna look. There's probably a photo of us somewhere.
You like, I have no idea. I was like, if you find that, then I'm living in a different timeline then.
So when we were bringing up the Stars recap, I'm like, there's got to be a picture. So I spent all this time looking for a picture. Now, there's no picture of us at the movie theater, but if you look here, this is Matthew's birthday. And it was the Clone Wars thing. And I think we went out to dinner. Because there's you and me.
That's not me.
No, it's you. There's no other pictures.
That could be anyone.
But it's clearly you and me.
There's not a single person.
I'm giving 2 thumbs up and you're throwing out the peace sign.
There's like 7 billion people in the world. That could be anyone.
Not in 2008.
There's like 6 billion people in the world.
I'm looking through more. Okay, so there's sadly
at least half of them can throw up a peace sign.
Oh, great. Okay, so there's no pictures of us in the movie theater, but I know we saw the movie that day.
It does not look familiar at all to me.
We were at Chevy's.
I know about Chevy's, yeah.
Okay, so you were there for Chevy's, which is not the movie.
No, I know about Chevy's.
Gosh dang it.
I've been to Chevy's before. Their yellow corn is really good, and that's about the extent of me liking Chevy's. Their corn and their tortillas. Everything else is kind of whatever.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's a guilty pleasure for me.
Ooh, and happy hour margaritas.
That's cheating. But I think that does it for our preamp towards episode 1, which is titled The Mandalorian, chapter 1. The Mandalorian. That's about it. So before we get started, I'm going to ask you, what do you think is going to happen in this episode based off, and forget you've ever seen it.
It's okay. I've basically forgot I've ever seen any of the Star Wars, as you can tell by that recap. Let's see what's going to happen this episode. Do you actually want me to give it my best shot in memory?
Let's do it in 3 sentences or 3 bullet points, whatever you want to.
Sure. He's tasked, I think it's he is tasked to find a item. It's Baby Yoda, and he gets in a gunfight.
That's very vague, but mostly correct. I'm just gonna say right off the bat.
And Mandalorians, it doesn't say in here yet, but I know they're a warrior race, and they're from Mandalore.
Yep.
And they also have a main warrior that rules Mandalore called Mandalore.
Can I correct you now or no?
I think you can.
Okay, so not quite. I mean, So there's this thing called the Dark Saber, and they show this in Clone Wars and Rebels.
Is it the one that's like black with like?
Yeah, it's like an actual like kind of swordish looking thing.
Maybe I'm thinking something else.
No, but
maybe
you're
I'm
right.
thinking of like black crystals or something.
I don't know if it's an actual black crystal, because I know there are black crystals, but those are usually red anyway. But this one's actually, like, the saber's actually black. So the Dark Saber is a Mandalorian who actually became a Jedi. This is like thousands of years ago. And with that power, this Mandalorian Jedi went back to Mandalore. Because there's different factions of Mandalorians, and they're usually always in a civil war. Like, if they're not at war with each other, they're usually at war with the Jedi. So it's like they're always at war, either with themselves or with Jedi. So this Mandalorian Jedi said, Jedi's our true enemy, basically. Let's stop fighting each other. I'll rule since I'm the most powerful type of thing. And after I'm gone, whoever owns this is said ruler of Mandalore. So through generations, whoever owns it rules Mandalore. You have to earn it through trial by combat. So in the Clone Wars, Darth Maul became ruler of Mandalore, winning in trial by combat. Anyone could...
yeah, anyone could be Mandalore. You just got to win.
Yeah, you just got to win. If you could win, you're a Mandalorian.
Okay.
Or you could be adopted into the Mandalorian. You could either be born Mandalorian, be adopted, or kill your way into becoming a Mandalorian.
Sounds good.
It's very easy to get into this, like,
That
cult.
doesn't sound very easy.
I mean, the adoption's I wouldn't even say that's the easiest way, because you'll learn as we watch, it's not the most fun being adopted into Mandalore.
You don't want to be a Mandalorian.
That's not that you don't want to be. You just become.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you'll learn more as we go along.
So Mace Windu became a Mandalorian.
Yeah, Darth Maul became a Mandalorian, the ruler of Mandalore.
And that's how we got the purple lightsaber.
It's black. He doesn't really use the Dark Saber. Ahsoka defeats him. Technically, that would make her the ruler, but she never challenged him for it. She just captured him.
Fought him.
Yeah. But Darth Maul keeps the Dark Saber hidden until Rebels, where Sabine finds it, and she becomes ruler of Mandalore for...
And she finds it, so she doesn't even do trial by combat. She just finds it. She doesn't defeat him.
Rebels makes it kind of iffy of how there's a ruler, because there's a point where she just gives it to someone, says, "Here, you're the ruler," and everyone's like, "So there's no fighting."
Like, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yes, but it picks back up here.
Okay.
I mean,
so there's a Dark Saber in this or something.
Eventually.
All right.
Yeah, I might have spoiled a little bit. That's on me.
Well, maybe I'll forget about it by then.
Who knows?
This is how many episodes is this season?
8.
8.
And then
so
8
it's
in the
gonna
next
take
one.
2 months at least.
If we do one a week, probably.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. We'll pick back up after we're done.
And now, I have spoken.
We have spoken.
It has been said.
It's been a while since I watched this first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it when it first came out, then I saw it again when the second season came out because my dad wanted to watch it.
So on like a rewatch.
Yeah.
So this is your third time.
Yes, and it's still good. Holds form.
It's good. What were those little animals called?
I'll have to look it up. But as I do you want to give your initial thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, it felt really cool. I'm glad to see where this is gonna go.
Blurg.
Yeah. Although I feel like I hope they use the fact that he can ride a blurg now more. If they don't, then I felt like that scene kind of was somewhat useless. Like it showed a little bit of character, being like, yeah, your ancestors were able to change things in the past.
Why aren't you as good as your grandparents, basically?
Yeah.
Imagine someone... See, but that's kind of hurtful. It's like, why weren't you as good as, like, so-and-so from your past? I'm like, I guess I'm not.
Well, I guess I can't do it then. Because it didn't really tell you why you can't use a speedster. A speeder.
Yeah, I think it's just the tough terrain, but those speedsters should have been fine.
Yeah, it didn't really show that it couldn't. In fact, he could have just flown over there and like landed nearby.
Okay, there's gonna be a lot of times where it's like you could have flown over there and landed nearby, but they don't, because then that will cut the episode in like half.
Yeah,
there'd be no story.
Fast travel has not been unlocked.
I mean, it depends on the situation. If a character needs to get to a destination super quickly, they'll land like as close as possible. But if there needs to be a character development, they'll park all the way in the back.
They'll park in the back of Costco and walk.
Yep, and then they'll go through a whole character arc by the time they make it inside.
Good, and then they'll use what they learned on the way.
Yep.
Just looking at this portrait that they have up for the Mandalorian, I think this is probably a season 2 portrait, right? What they have on the screen. It might be.
It might be.
I was thinking, it'd be really cool if they updated it every time that he changed his armor.
I mean, yeah, I think this is season 2 because you can tell this is him fully upgraded.
That's him fully upgraded?
Yeah.
Okay. See, what would be cool is if he was still using his old armor with just the shoulder blade.
Yeah, so
helmet.
He upgraded just the shoulder. I don't know if you noticed, but when I forgot the robot's name. I have to look at it.
The bounty droid?
Yeah, the bounty droid. IG-11. It shoots him right in that shoulder blade. Which is lucky plot armor, but because like the droid's
actual armor
precise. It's supposed to be a precise killing bounty hunter machine. But like it hits him right where his safe spot is on the shoulder. Not on the chest, not on the helmet, which is also fine, except for like concussion, I guess. But no, the shoulder blade, right where he got his new armor.
Perfect shiny armor.
Yep. Maybe that's what distracted Droid. He saw what was new and he's like, I gotta take care of that.
Yeah.
That's too nice.
No one could be cooler than me.
Yeah.
No metal.
Oh, imagine an IG droid made out of the best scar. It'd be unstoppable.
Yeah. Just bad circuitry. That's the only thing that could stop it. Rain.
Yeah.
And the Force.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that too.
I'm glad to have seen Baby Yoda for the split second.
Yeah,
he seems very, very cute, and I know everyone says it, but
oh yeah, no, it was such a craze after the first episode came out how much people were going gaga over Baby Yoda.
You said that he was 50. I'm wondering how old regular actual Yoda is.
I think Yoda died in his 900s. I'm gonna look that up.
But he was like very old at that point. Like he looked it.
How old was Yoda when he died? Yeah, around 900 years old.
I'm thinking, okay, so that means their lifetimes are about 9 times ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we reach 100, we look like what Yoda looked like.
Probably even worse.
Yeah.
No, there's reading through like the Google search and someone puts theoretically Yoda wasn't even 30 when he died. Like our 30s is his 900s, I guess. I don't know how that works.
What?
I don't know if that blog was correct.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. He looked old as heck.
No, because like if you say, because this Yoda's like compared to like a human child, I'm gonna guess. Would you guess like 5?
So he's 50, and I said that they have 9 times our lifespan ish.
Yeah.
So 50 divided by 9 is 5.5.
Okay. Yeah.
But this one can't talk.
No, but I mean, I could spoil season 2 for you. You want to?
No, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll watch it all the way through. So this one you would continue on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll continue on this.
We'll continue
see the second episode.
Yeah. So anything else about it? Like compared to like the other Star Wars shows you may or may not have seen, not shows but movies and stuff. Would you say it's on par for a Star Wars story?
Yeah, it's going that way. I felt like all the action was backloaded mostly.
Yeah, that will happen a lot. There's a lot of backloaded action where the story comes first, most definitely.
That's good. I mean, you should always prioritize the plot and characters.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Action's cool, but it's better with the story.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, this is a good like starting off point for the series as a whole. Looking back at it, knowing how it goes, Mando, who his name is Din Djarin, he grows up quite a bit. Proud of him.
That's good. I love character development in my shows.
I asked for 0 development. No.
I need all the development. Like more armor. Collect them little by little.
Little by little. So if you're in his position, because I don't think he made the choice to have it be a shoulder blade. What would you want your first piece be? Not counting the helmet.
Wrist. Because, well, we're talking about with that amount of steel, right?
Yeah.
If you have like a chest plate, that's probably not an option with that amount of steel.
No, unless it's just one chest, boob area.
Yeah.
That's
One
it.
pec.
One pec. Maybe your abs, if you want to cover that.
No. I would go for a wrist.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Just like half. I think you could do half your
like
arm.
A bracer.
Yeah. I don't know why the first thing popped up was just a tiny little wristband.
No. Like a bracer. So, I don't know. I doubt that you can, without the force, you can actually block a shot, but it gives you the option to.
Yeah. Okay. So, if I could actually, based off that, I would do kind of like a Wonder Woman style, where you like have the half bracelets.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's actually not a bad idea, especially since Beskar can block lightsabers. Just do that the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay.
But without the force, I don't know if people can usually react in time to block a blaster
if
shot.
you're fighting someone, if like you're fighting a Sith Lord, all they really have to do is just choke you to death.
Yeah, that's true. Steel doesn't really help with that.
No, not even if like you put like a neck armor, it's just they'll just break it on you.
Yeah, and then they would only have to do it for a second, then the armor would do the rest.
This brings up a point. A lot of Sith, I think they choke you to death because they enjoy that dying process. Because like theoretically, you could snap someone with the force, like snap their neck pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they really enjoy that. I mean, this is completely like off topic of Mandalorian, but like going to the Star Wars. So I'm just like that popped into my head like right now.
Well, I mean, they have many ways they could just kill you.
Yeah, but they don't. They make it last.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you got to get through a field of like enemy forces, I mean, you'll go quick. But like if it's you and one other person, they really drag out that fight.
Don't yuck their yum.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, yeah. Name the planets we were on again.
Man, I have to pronounce things. That ice planet is called. Drum roll, please. Okay, so okay, it's called Maldo Keris.
Ha, gotcha.
Got it. And then they go to the main planet throughout the series where he gets his bounties, called Navarro,
Tatooine.
yeah, basically. And then the planet where we end up on is called, I hope I pronounced this right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Avala 7?
Tatooine 2,
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yep, basically. A lot of Star Wars planets are very similar.
I mean, it makes sense. I think most planets would just be like sand.
Especially in the Outer Rim, yeah. A lot of planet, like...
It's a lawless area.
Yeah, especially since right now the Empire's kind of gone. There's a big
power vacuum.
Power vacuum. I couldn't think of the first word. The only word that came to mind was just vacuum. There's just a vacuum in space, which is entirely true.
Yeah.
A giant vacuum.
Giant vacuum. Revenge of the Vacuum.
Yep, it's a shark brand.
A what?
Isn't that what it's called? Shark vacuum?
A shark? Oh, like the brand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A giant shark in space. It's a vacuum.
All right. Well, good first episode. We'll be back at it next week, right?
What would you rate it out of 10?
Out of 10. So at 5 is an average. Like
yeah, 5 is average. It's fine to give a show a 5 if it's just meh. I mean, like good. Like you got me through this time.
And 10 is like the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah, like you will never forget it.
Yeah. So I give it about a 7. 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, same. Good start. Everything.
Yeah.
7.5.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say 7's a boring number for it, but like everyone would choose 7.
Yeah. 7's a really go-to number when watching shows.
Yeah. If you like it, 7 means I'll definitely continue it without any yeah, I'll continue it.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you everybody so much for listening, watching, whatever you're doing as we do this. And hope you can tag along as I take John Franco on this journey through The Mandalorian. Till next time. Bye-bye. The claps were unnecessary.
They're always necessary.